Pro Watercross is just a neat organization because they put on an event that's good for the kids, it's good for families, adults. Anybody can race, anybody can get involved. Doesn't matter what kind of jet ski you have. You can walk into a dealership, buy one off the showroom floor, and start racing next week if you wanted to. They've got a class for everybody, and they put on a great event. You know, it's really nice for the spectators and great for the racers.
This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports. All right, let's check out what happened in Moto 2 for Runabout Box Stock.
All right, band snaps. Here we go into the first turn. Oh, Brian Baldwin immediately with the hole shot. Just rockets out of the gate into the first turn. Goes to the inside split. It is Baldwin on the inside in the lead. A battle for the lead on the outside split. Looks like Tim Miller is going to take it. Here he comes, Baldwin and Miller. Oh, and Baldwin just slams the door shut on Miller. Miller wisely decides to try another tactic to get around Baldwin. Baldwin now starting to gap second place Tim Miller as he has a commanding lead here in Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock Moto number 2. It's all Brian Baldwin. Baldwin made a mistake on the outside split.
Yeah, he did.
Allows Miller to close that gap just a little bit, but not enough to really have much of an impact on the race at this point. We're at the halfway point in this Moto number 2 for Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock. Brian Baldwin firmly in command. Tim Miller doing a great job, though, of keeping Baldwin in his sights, hoping for a mistake by Baldwin, because Miller is right there. If Baldwin does falter in any way,
you can't pay enough for this kind of race.
They are just on top of each other around this course, lap after lap, buoy after buoy. The battle between Snyder and D-Mac is really a great one to watch right now.
It is. It's been spectacular the whole way through.
All right, the laps are winding down here. White flag out. Final lap for our race leader, Brian Baldwin. Brian Baldwin's going to take the checkered flag and the win.
All right, let's check out the action here for the final moto with Runabout Box Stock.
Wow, Osborne got a good drive off the line. Let's see if he can keep. Oh, and Osborne makes it around. Nobody's going inside Brian Baldwin.
Wow.
And look at that. Dennis Mack trying to get by Osborne.
On
Those
the outside.
two are side by side.
Here comes Miller on the outside.
Oh, Tim Miller with a drive.
Miller on the outside, not able to get it done on the front straightaway as Brian Baldwin takes the lead.
We saw that exact same thing happen in the last moto in this class.
Yep, absolutely. Brian Baldwin out in front, Miller behind him, and they're going to settle in for a race.
Yeah, and Miller was like a pit bull on Brian Baldwin in the last moto. The same situation. They were only feet apart as they came off of the split through the checkers, and Baldwin had just enough to get position. And, I'll tell you what, and Tim Miller got a mouthful of Brian Baldwin's pump wash there.
I was going to say, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Brian Baldwin with a clear path in front of him. That's going to be a tough road to hoe for anybody else. Tim Miller looks around, sees Dennis Mack right there. D-Mac doing everything he can to catch up to Tim Miller. D-Mac not afraid to swap with anybody, and he's going inside and holding tight. Watch the race now. Tim Miller and Dennis Mack. It's going to be spectacular.
Tim Miller's had his way with the rest of the field, the exception of Brian Baldwin all weekend, but D-Mac trying to change that up a little bit here in Moto number 3. Racing for points, racing for a national title. Brian Baldwin in command, but D-Mac would like to make up a little point or two right here.
Oh, Baldwin. Baldwin just willed that boat around that corner. I don't believe he scrubbed up more than a couple of miles per hour, and he went 90 degrees.
Well, check this out, Kurt. The overall points battle is amazing in Pro-Am Runabout Box Stock. Troy Snyder is the leader with 156. This is coming into the weekend. Tim Miller's got 154, 2 points behind. And Brian Baldwin was 153, 1 point behind in third.
I'm not even going to guess what the math is going to be at the end of this moto. It's
Man.
going to be fun, though, and it's going to be close.
Oh, this is a battle for the national championship. So as I mentioned, these guys are, and D-Mac is in fourth at 125. So every position is critical right now in the season. Well, you know what? The overall points for the national title, if things end the way they are today, it's going to be a virtual three-way tie.
Well, unfortunately, Troy Snyder too far back to get
And
the points that.
He's the points leader.
Right, but only by
he's
two.
going to lose a few. The other ones are going to gain. They're going to be virtually, within a point of each other in top three.
Brian Baldwin giving that rebel yell.
Takes the win. Checkered flag. Final checkers of the weekend.
In pro runabout stock, we went 1-1-1 for the weekend. So super pumped about that, and the guys at Riva just keep this thing on point. I'm looking forward to going to Hartwell.
We'll be right back with some more action-packed racing. This is the Pro Watercross National Tour, powered by Broward Motorsports.